trying to OBS because no editing. Today's been a rough day, but hopefully we could talk about some spoiler news. Again, I don't like doing much news, but I like spoiler stuff. So if you don't like spoilers, don't watch this. It's about the trailer of the Spider-Man brand new day coming out. It's gonna deal with a lot of different things. Supposedly a breakdown of what people said. I love me some good stuff, hearing things beforehand, so I could be like, "Ooh, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for that." Doesn't mean it's 100% right. These people usually are right, but there's been a lot of mixed different things. But the people that usually finally get through the world of the loopholes and all that, eventually, when they're on top and people start sharing it, usually it's real. So it says, starts off the trailer with him narrating, "My name is Peter Parker, brand new day." Trailer. Oh no, it doesn't start with a name. "My name is Peter Parker, the Spider-Man, brand new day." I don't get why it says it like that. Begins in prison, Spider-Man in the hand, get into a fighting stance. We see several acrobatics from the hand, and that scene ends with a shot from the end of the trailer one. But now the scene is finished and takes place in the prison. So again, he's breaking someone out. I don't know who it'd be. I don't think Punisher is gonna get arrested. I don't think Daredevil's gonna be involved in this at all. And Sadie Sink's, don't know if she'd be locked up. Whoever Sadie Sink is, they have part of the old trailer where they're like lifting her up in like a kind of like in a fake room where it has like stuff all over it and it's like rising. You can see like her feet. I believe that's her. So I think that's the only place like she's like captured. I don't really think anywhere else. So then it follows with showing Peter Parker watching a live stream of Ned and MJ. That was like in the first one. The next scene shows Peter putting on his web shooters, but the web shooters fly off forward. I don't get why they fly off forward to the wall. He now has organic webbing. Okay, we knew this was going to happen, but I don't get why they're flying off and like just... I don't get what that means when they say that. The next scene shows Peter putting on the web... Oh, no. The next scene is where Peter meets Bruce Banner, and they have a conversation. "Peter, you found a way to suppress mutant DNA, right?" Bruce is, "If you see me without this, run." Bruce makes a joke by yelling. So... They show it in the Shang-Chi when he's a holograph. He's got like a thing on his arm, and I guess that's what's making him not be Smart Hulk at that time. We're not informed that during Shang-Chi. We just see Bruce Banner. We're like, what the hell? Why is he Bruce Banner? And then he ends up using it in She-Hulk, but it breaks in their car crash. So that's why he's Smart Hulk for the rest of that movie. So he must build it again and has it again for Spider-Man Brand New Day. If the trailer is correct, I'm pretty sure you see it in the first trailer. So I can understand them making that joke or whatever. Following scene features Peter swinging around, ultra fast speeds. A bird gets stuck to his stomach. He's out of control, crashes into things, and lands in a wedding. He was running away from Jean Grey or something like that. Again, people are still on the fence about Jean Grey. Jean Grey makes a lot of sense, but I like if it is because they're putting in like how Spider-Man came into Captain America. This is a good way to introduce characters. But Jean Grey is just one of the odd ones, I feel, because her power range and just, I don't know. And working with Punisher, it just sounds all weird. Now they say it gets frantic. A tank runs over Spider-Man. Okay, a tank runs over Spider-Man. I guess that's a little bit crazy. Does he die? It cuts to a quick shot of William Metziger talking to leader of the Hand. I don't know who the leader of the Hand is. And I actually don't know who William Metziger is. I won't lie to you. We see Jean Grey with a darkened face, just like the Void from Thunderbolts. Again, we don't know if it's Jean Grey or not, but all the rumors have been pointing that it is. Again, I just don't feel like, is it the right time to bring her out? Is she be the only one first out of all the mutants? What does this mean for like Doomsday and that X-Men world? Are there X-Men already here? It's weird because I thought maybe we'd get somehow like some kind of crossover where some mutants are left. I don't know. Not even that. Not even that would work because it just makes it weird that we would just get a few mutants coming over. Or if it's like Inhumans or Terrigen Mist hits and they all come out of nowhere. It's just weird that we'd have mutants among us and we never knew about this. I don't know. A massive explosion happens on the island. I'm guessing on an island. And it hits the city. I don't know what that means. New York, I don't think it has any islands around it, but everyone is frozen except for the Punisher and Spider-Man. I don't know if that explosion did that or not. That's just what it says. There is a third character, but only saw the trailer once and couldn't identify him. This is what the leaker is saying. The third character, I don't think it'd be any kind of huge spoiler if it was a important person. I would think he would have picked up on that it's Jean Grey, or let's say Daredevil, everyone thinks it is. Jean Grey is jumping from mine to mine looking for Spider-Man. We see a scene with the helicopter. He swings from the helicopter. We've seen the mine to mine thing. They're like jumping up, hitting up when like something's going from body to body. A lot of people said the rumor was it's the Jackal. I don't know how he would have that power, but something about he plays a big part in it, and Keith David's him, because Keith David supposedly was cast in it, but there's no word about the Jackal. Jackal's been a big rumor thing. There's not been any confirmation. Like, we have confirmation of Hulk, Punisher, of course, and things like that, but we don't have Tombstone's confirmed. Tarantula by the trailer, Boomerang by the trailer, Scorpion by the trailer. We have all of them confirmed, but someone that we haven't seen was Tombstone, and he's already been confirmed and casted, and they showed who. Keith David, they have not. The trailer pauses. I guess we have like a moment of silence, turns black, and then Peter's in Ned's room, sees several photos of Spider-Man. Ned's apparently a huge Spider-Man fan. Nothing weird, Ned says to himself. MJ introduces herself to Peter. The trailer gets frantic again. A web explosion makes Spider-Man fall to the ground. I don't know what is a web explosion. Jean Grey asks Spider-Man, is he okay? And then Jean threatens MJ. I don't get that. This could be 100% true. I just don't get why there would be a reason for Jean Grey to, if it is Jean Grey, could be Firestar for all we know. Amazing Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Why she would threaten MJ. Maybe she's just trying to get them to leave, and MJ is like clinging on to Spider-Man. I don't know. Peter says she won't get away with this. I guess tells that to Jean Grey. Peter says she won't get away with this. That's weird. It cuts to the, well, because wait, if Jean Grey is in it, and Jean Grey says, "Are you okay?" to Peter, and then she gets mad at MJ, Michelle, and then Spider-Man yells at her, "You're not getting away with this," for trying to attack Michelle? Or is he telling Michelle you're not going to get away with this? That doesn't make sense either. All that doesn't make sense. I don't know. I think this guy's just confused. He might have saw it, but you think he's confused. Peter says she won't get away with it. This cuts to a Grey Hulk. Jean makes Grey Hulk transform somehow. Most likely mind control. Now, there's been rumors the toys already released. They show he's green. So they wouldn't make the toys green. Even the preview toys, they have to approve them by a certain time limit. So yes, we get them leaked out. Now, is there a chance he might go gray and back to green afterwards? 100%. Maybe under mind control. If Jean Grey is in it, I can see him turning gray or something. So something has to happen either with the mutation thing falling off him or what. Because we're going to get him as Hulk at some point. I hope he deals more with Peter changing. Like, I hope if any of you guys have read a lot of ideas have come from that in the trailer. Like the cocoon body. This is when Peter realizes he's part of like this totem, and it's a lot of stuff, but he ends up getting like to turn more of like a spider he can see in the night, and he gets like stingers out of his wrist, and just a lot changes. It's not like the mutated episodes in the cartoons. I believe only Man Spider happened in the comics. The 6-armed Spider-Man, I believe, was only the cartoon to my knowledge. But yeah, so supposedly it's Grey Hulk, and people that I've seen read about it, I think I had another thing, long-term comic book fans, Grey Hulk, blah, blah, blah. I think I was reading something about it. Storyline operating as a small Hulk, a massive Grey could open the door entirely new chapter. So I think people are saying that they think he might be gray and he might be green at certain points. But I don't know. Again, we've only seen the green figure release. There's a pop and there's a kid toy release. So I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to bank on the gray. The only thing is with the gray is I can see them keeping it a pretty big secret. Because it's something cool that we haven't seen before. So I can see them like maybe not even letting that know till the movie comes out, or in another trailer. I think, because I don't think this is the final trailer. I hope Hulk's in a good amount of it, because everyone doesn't like Spider-Man getting so much help, and not help as in someone helping him to make the movie successful. They feel is he's never alone, and they thought finally brand new day, he's gonna be by himself. Then they have Hulk in it. They have whoever's Jean Grey or Sadie Sink. and they have Punisher, Hulk, whatever I said. So you know, every movie he's had, like Iron Man, Nick Fury, Mysterio, not Mysterio, other Spider-Mans, stuff like that. He's never just like doing his own thing, basically. But I mean, I feel like it works. But so yeah, supposedly turns into Grey Hulk because of getting transformed, and there is something mentioned that Hulk becomes giant and Peter's terrified in the size. So I looked more into that, and I did see something. Is it on this one? There was something that he says, like Peter's like kind of like, he says, "I didn't know you can get that big." That sounds gross. And basically, from what it's saying, this is on a different person's website, saying, "I didn't know you could get that big." Supposedly, he grows largest we've ever seen the Hulk, which is weird because that happened a lot in the Ang Lee's Hulk, or angrier he got, the bigger he got, I guess. And that's never really been a thing in Hulk. Far as I can remember in the comics, I don't remember ever. Maybe there was a time, maybe, but Hulk is never, the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets, and harder to beat him he gets. But not growing larger. The Ang Lee one, I believe he changes sizes in it. Not 100%, because sometimes he looks smaller than normal than his other sizes, and sometimes he looks huge. So I don't know. But it does seem like this one like grows. It might have something to do with the mutation thing coming off him or what. But this is two different sources that say Peter's terrified at the size, and he like reacts to him. And supposedly, this one says he just chases after him, but this one said, I think it says like Grey Hulk is bigger than the Green Hulk. That's what the scooper says. But basically he's like, I guess he's like leaning towards like the window or something, like looking out, and that's when he starts transforming, and you see his back, I guess, all big. This is from another thing too, so I don't know. I'm putting all these together, and Spider-Man's like standing behind him, watching him transform, and then he runs after him. It says on here, and he thunderclaps, which is Hulk's awesome move that he's done forever in comics, cartoons, everything. It makes Peter fly down the hallway. Peter says, I was going to say that she won't get away with it. The next scene is Spider-Man swinging to MJ's house. He tells her she's in danger. Now, I don't get why she'd be in danger. So something has to come up that MJ is at stakes. Her life is at stake. Something means something had, if this trailer is correct, something has to be going on that MJ does get involved. I do believe this is going to happen. There's a lot of pictures of them two, not paparazzi photos. There's actual footage they've been showing of images, like I think in Entertainment Weekly and stuff like that, where Mary Jane is talking to Spider-Man. So I don't think she's either. I think she's gonna learn at the end that it is Peter and start coming back, because spells can always mess up somehow. Doesn't mean everyone will, but I don't know. Or just her love is powerful enough. She told him, come find me in the Far From Home. So I do see them meeting up quite a bit in photos so far, in press photos. But what would be going on that Mary Jane or Michelle Jones would be, a target where Peter would have to protect her? I don't know. And it might tie back into where Jean Grey, tries to threaten her. Why would MJ play a part in all? It seems like it's legit, but it makes me curious about the story. Like, why would Michelle Jones be an issue, And MJ simply believes him and agrees with him, and it cuts to a scene of them swinging, reminiscing Spider-Man and Mary Jane from Remy's, I guess they say. Cuts to them swinging, just like Remy. Spider-Man introduces MJ to Punisher. MJ asks who he is, and Peter tells Frank that he has nowhere, or they have nowhere else to go. MJ asks who is this, and then Peter tells Frank. That's weird. It's just, I don't know. That's just weird for him to be like, Michelle be like, who is this? Then he's like, we got nowhere to go. Like, I don't know. Just seems a weird thing to be in a trailer. It could very well be in it, but then Marissa Tomei's voice begins to narrate the trailer. They don't say, I think later on they say what she's saying, but it shows Peter's falling from a building. MJ and Punisher have a quick dialogue. Again, it seems really out of story from what we've seen so far. Why would they be together? And not saying this is wrong. It's just like, where's this story going? Like, what's going on? Why is Michelle now with the Punisher, and then they have a scene with them two talking? Um, and then returns back to the prison scene, and the hand have arrived. Peter appears unmasked at this time, badly bruised, looking down. So sadly, so I'm guessing in the beginning of the trailer, it's gonna start showing him like it looked like I said. It sounded like I said beat up everyone, but I think he said his mask was on. Peter, Spider-Man in the hand, acrobats fighting scene with several acrobatic scene into the shot from the end of the trailer. Okay, so his mask is off at that point. So it goes back, I guess, to that part. And he's badly bruised, and that it cuts to Punisher in the car saying that if Spider-Man's going to do something, he better do it now. Aunt May is narrating the trailer now. I guess they already said Mr. May voice begins to narrate the trailer, so I'm guessing it starts when Peter's falling down. If this is all true. And it says the whole thing can be really scary. Now I want to remember your responsibility. Never forget that, no matter how powerful you become. So either he's hearing this. I doubt she's ever said this before behind closed doors or something, because we really got the awesome, sweet moment of her telling him with great power comes great responsibility and Far From Home. So I really think this is him just thinking of her saying it, not a line from the movie, because that would kind of take away from what she said in Far From Home. Peter is watching a ninja star coming toward him in slow motion. That could be cool. And we get a lot of slow motion things now and all superhero, super action things, but that's a shot, I guess. The ninjas are jumping off each other to reach Spider-Man, who is on the prison ceiling. And I think we got kind of images of that when when Spider-Man Peter is flying it through the air about to fight them, and everybody thinks someone's airbrushed on the bottom, like they did with Lizard. And Far From Home, they removed him. So I do think there might be someone else there. I don't know who, but people are hoping Daredevil. I just don't see it, but I don't know who else it could be. I just don't think Daredevil. It ruined too much of the season 3 that's already being filmed right now. He's not going to break out of jail and go back to jail. He would never leave the jail, probably. I don't know. He's not going to be in it. I don't think he's going to be in it. I don't think he is. So they're like climbing up each other. It looks like they're kind of doing that in that scene when he's jumping at them. They're all using each other to jump. So they're using each other to climb up. Peter heads toward them and creates a web tornado to take the ninjas down. What is that? I have no idea. A web tornado, I just picture going down with like maybe webbing them all up, going down. I don't know. It sounds like a cool, for the eye, like very nice to look at. Cool thing, cool effect. You got to have eye-catching things in the trailer that make people go, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I guess how they explain it, it might be something really like, oh, do you see that? He webs them up like a tornado? I don't know. Something like that. It cuts to Peter looking at Aunt May's grave. He says he misses her and blows a kiss goodbye. That, I don't know about. It just seems, anytime people do blowing a kiss, it seems always like sarcasm or like making fun of someone. Never seems like a genuine, like someone like really loves someone. And I just don't see him. I can see him kissing his hand, maybe touching the grave or the tombstone, but not like just walking away and like blowing a kiss. Like, I don't know. It says that's what's in the trailer, but I don't know. Who knows? The trailer ends with Spider-Man and a giant building falling on top of him. Hulk is apparently in that scene. After that, there's a funny scene. I mean, I guess that kind of sounds like a weak ending to do the action. Building falls on them. Like, I don't know. And Hulk is apparently there. I don't know if the guy, someone saw him in the background or something. I thought he would have just said, and Hulk is there. I don't know what it means. Apparently Hulk was there. After that, there's one funny line. Spider-Man arrives at the prison to rescue someone. Again, we don't know who. So some part of it is going to be him getting someone out of prison. I don't know who it could be. I don't think Punisher, but why would he just go get Punisher? Especially that I don't know. Because I thought Punisher comes in with Sadie Sing's character, like he's been protecting her. I don't know. Hey, the little video in the right corner is playing wrestling stuff. But yeah, I just don't know what he's doing. And supposedly the funny thing is he's surrounded by guards, and he asks the guard for 1 second, and he starts cracking jokes and stretching. Hopefully you get Spider-Man making quips. Spider-Man doesn't make many quips. That's all he does in the comics while he fights and stuff. So hopefully we do get a lot more joking. I doubt it, because this looks hella serious again. The most time we should have got quips probably was 1 and 2. 3 was pretty serious. But yeah, this one looks like it's going to get serious as well. And then it cuts to Spider-Man beating them all up. And then it ends. So, I don't know. That's kind of That's kind of a weird trailer. It doesn't seem like something. The trailer doesn't seem like it's something that would get everybody like gung ho about it. Any trailer of Spider-Man's, of course, is fun and it's exciting, but that description doesn't really sound like something that would happen, far as like to get people amped up for it. There is some Hulk in it. I don't know how much Hulk is in it because the Hulk's in Bruce Banner's a lot in the other trailer. Hulk, I don't think is in the last trailer. I don't think he is. In my mind, I see it because I see so many promo images of Hulk. Yeah, I don't think he is, but no, I think he was because I think people were talking about him having gray hairs. I can't remember. Anyways, who knows how much Hulk is in? I hope he's in a decent amount. I'd like to see Bruce Banner and Peter interact a lot. I love the whole science thing with like him and Tony, and him and Bruce would be cool too. But again, you don't want to take it away from Spider-Man's movie. But there's ways to get Hulk in movies, and that sucks because Hulk, Universal owns the distribution rights. Marvel owns the sole rights. So if they make their own Hulk movie, the money for distribution goes to Universal, and they don't want to share that money. So that's why Hulk has to be squeezed into all these stories and doesn't get his own thing. And they mentioned that Tombstone, Boomerang, Scorpion, and Tarantula do not appear in this trailer. So we know Tombstone is cast. They've already announced that. They announced who's playing Tombstone. He's in it for sure. We know the other three that I mentioned are in it already. We've seen them in the other trailer. We just don't know if Keith David, they said he's cast in it, but we don't know if he's, who he's playing. I'm going to see if on IMDb, if they put Keith David as anything, sometimes they'll put something as a placeholder. Spider-Man Noir. Ooh, I gotta talk about that. I've only watched a few of them though. But Spider-Man Brand New Day. I always forget Zendaya is just her name. She's like Cher. Like Zendaya. There's no like whole thing. Okay, Sadie Sink, course no name. That's a Jacob battling nerd, but it says dead. My glasses are off. MJ's boyfriend, Ema, and people are trying to figure out who the boyfriend is. People think, is it Harry Osborn? He doesn't have a name on this, but I don't think he is. It'd be weird. I don't know. It'd be weird. And or is it what's his name? Daniel from the comic? That's who Peter or MJ, Mary Jane has been with this long, horrible story arc where she's been dating this guy. I think his name is Daniel. I can't remember. I'm not a big fan of it. But yeah, nothing here about Keith David. So I don't know where that came from. That's weird, man. That's really weird. Sorry, I love doing this like I'm live, by the way. I always do this. But yeah, so I'm going to look at Spider-Man, Keith David, Brand New Day. Who's Keith David playing in Brand New Day? Reddit. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that's really official, though. They always hide the main villain. Nothing, but I don't know where people got this. Well, Marvel Cinematic Universe Wiki, is that run by Marvel? No, I don't think it is. Keith David, portrayed to be a confirmed character in Spider-Man Brand New Day. He's also portrayed Ernest Vigman in New Warriors. Yeah, they don't say who he is. He voiced T'Challa in the Fantastic Four cartoon. Yeah, damn, he's done a lot with Spider-Man. He was FBI agent Mosley in new anime series. He was Tombstone in Spectacular Spider-Man. Yeah, that's crazy. He's in a lot of stuff. Wow. Avengers Assemble, he's Black Panther, he's Nick Fury, Marvel Heroes. That's a lot. But yeah, on here it confirms that he's in it, but I don't know. What's their source they're citing? My name is Peter Parker, but you don't. Yeah, I don't see. How is this confirmation though? Synopsis. This is unconfirmed. Fred Myers, Boomerang, Tarantula, Galligan, Perry, Evie. I don't. Keith David not confirmed. Yeah, I don't know. People I know were thinking it's him doing the voiceover. People are speculating that it's Tombstone doing this voiceover. They have a similar voice, the actors. But supposedly, I don't know. Like, I just looked. I don't see many. There's a lot of news articles. Nothing confirming anything. A lot just saying, is Keith David playing this? Is Keith David playing that? The big rumor always been the Jackal. The first one I think was Lizard, but I think they kicked that out of the way. Lizard would make sense with mutating and going to someone else, but already having Bruce Banner in it and all that, I don't see Lizard being a thing. Um, but they're saying that Keith David spouts some nonsense about the spider cycle. Doesn't mean it's him. It could easily be Tombstone, be doing that voiceover. Why would Tombstone know all that stuff? I have no idea. Don't know. But why would Keith David know? He would know if he's a Jackal, because maybe he's into mutation and all that kind of stuff, because he did the Clone Saga. He was like really big behind that. That was like his biggest claim to fame in the comics. But yeah, so I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing here. So yeah, as far as the trailer goes, it seems like it's real. I think it's real. The only thing about it seems like a lot of the things in the trailer are painting a different story than what everyone's thinking, and are still not giving a clear idea who Sadie Sink's character is. Still not confirming from the last trailer how people are looking like someone's jumping from body to body. There's no clear explanation from the trailer leak. We do know Bruce Banner turns into Hulk in the movie, so them talking about it in this trailer and showing him as Hulk makes sense. The color of Hulk is debatable. There's been many different people saying different colors. And by those colors, I mean green or gray, not like a bunch of different colors. No red Hulk. We already got that, and I feel like they ruined it. But anyways, yeah, so it just seems like a little, from what was read and what's described, it just seems odd at who's at stake and the way lines are delivered and who's helping who. It just seems like a lot different way we're thinking where it's going. It seems like the prison scene keeps getting focused on, and they're showing more of that. I assume it's just going to be not the whole movie, of course. It's just going to be a really big scene. Who knows how long it will be, but I assume it's going to be a really cool scene. I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, then other than that, a lot more Punisher in the trailer. It sounds like him talking more. Sadie Sink's character talks, but we don't know really what she officially says. Some things they're saying she says doesn't make sense to me. From what I said, her quotes in the movie. Yeah, and then basically get some Aunt May voiceover that doesn't really matter. I think Peter's maybe hearing it. I doubt it's from the old times, because it mentions a lot about responsibilities. I think that would take away from, if that happened in real life at some point, why would she bring it up again before she made the whole responsibility speech? But yeah, so we don't see any of the main bad guys. Keith David isn't revealed at all. No other villains revolve. We don't know. Kind of know what Sadie Sink's doing a little bit. And we learn more about Michelle in this one a lot. But yeah, other than that, it seems like we may be still in the dark with this one. I don't know if they're going to do one more. I think they would, to hype up the last one, but I think they should have done more in this one. But they may not want to give it away because they know everyone's going to see Spider-Man anyways. No matter what, people are going to just go see it. It don't matter who's in it, people will go see it. So maybe they want to hold a lot of these surprises for everybody. But there's going to be stuff. There's going to be another character helping Spider-Man, I think, for sure. That's got blurred out, just like Lizard. Since they've done that with Lizard, they've really shown themselves, because they did it also in Far From Home when he lands and there's two blurry parts behind him, and it's the other two Spider-Man were in that part. So showing that scene with him fighting the ninjas, and we could all pretty much tell someone else is there. And who knows, a year from now we'll be like, yep, see that part? We all knew it. But it's just a lot of more hype of the same stuff. Not much more story driven. Nothing really focusing on the cocooning and that story where it was about him changing and getting the night vision and spider spikes out of his hands. I mean, he is getting organic webbing, they're showing. At least that in this trailer. We knew it was going to happen, but they actually show it come out of him, to my knowledge, from what they explain. But yeah, I mean, nothing really explaining that. He wants to know more about mutation. Already explained to Hulk's part, or Bruce Banner's part in it. But again, I'm guessing he doesn't know Peter, because I know everyone in the world doesn't know Spider-Man. Is that? No, it's Peter Parker, I guess. So would he know who Spider-Man is? Couldn't Spider-Man just show up to Hulk and be like, hey, or Bruce Banner, hey, I heard about you. You're one of the Avengers. Like, can you help me? I don't know. I don't know how that whole spell works. But anyways, that's what we have so far. Hopefully the trailer is accurate, so we're not just debating and figure out things on what's going on. It's supposed to come out on 10 days from now, is what they're predicting. The 17th, I think it is. So we'll see. I expected it sooner. I remember they were saying something's going to happen. And even for Doomsday, they're releasing stuff. And now nothing. It's all gone dry. So who knows? But that's it. I'll turn OBS off because we do no editing. And yeah, if we get any more updates, we'll talk about it later. You guys tell me what you think if you do comment. I only get Snyder haters on comments now. But it's cool. I like you guys. Bye.